I, 28, think my girlfriend, 26, has been using my gym socks to wipe after going to the bathroom. Throw away because reasons. TLDR, found my gym socks in the garbage covered in poop. Asked girlfriend about it. She started yelling at me and crying and left. I don't even know where to start with this. I'm dumbfounded. She just stormed out the house and I'm sitting on the bed asking myself a lot of questions. I live a pretty normal life and I thought so did my girlfriend. We've been together for a few months and after things got serious, we moved in together. We started sharing a lot of the household responsibilities, but the one thing she was adamant on doing was the laundry. She would come home and find me in the bedroom getting the laundry together and would quickly ask me to go do something else. I'd come back to finish the laundry and she would have already started it. I always thought it was sweet and never her job to do it alone, but hey, if it makes her happy to do it all the time, I wouldn't stop her. This is where it takes a turn for the weird. I keep all my socks and underwear in the bottom drawer of my dresser. I also go to the gym frequently, so I always keep a good supply of clean gym socks ready to go. I never kept count, but I know by just a visual glance I several pairs. This morning when I went to grab a fresh pair to pack for the gym, I noticed there were several dress socks, but no gym socks. Again, not weird, they must have been in the laundry. I went to check the laundry basket and it was empty, so I checked the washing machine and dryer. Both were empty. I couldn't figure out where all of my gym socks had gone. So, I did the very natural thing of asking my girlfriend what had happened to them. After all, she is the one who does the laundry all the time. She went silent, turned red and ran out of the room. When I went after her to see if she was okay, she wouldn't talk to me. I told her I wasn't mad, I was just looking for my socks. She kinda mumbled I don't know. I still wasn't mad, of course, but I was super confused. Socks just don't disappear. So I asked her again, even laughed about it, and she just looked at me and got mad and said I'll buy you new ones. The first thought that went through my head was she had somehow managed to destroy my socks while washing them. I thought the sight of that was actually pretty funny, so I joked with her about ruining my socks. Wrong thing to say. She started immediately crying. Like, full on sobbing. At this point I don't care about the socks anymore. I want to know what's wrong with my girlfriend. I sat down next to her on the bed and put my arm around her and asked her if she was okay. She just kept saying she was sorry and that she would buy me new socks. I tried assuring her again it was okay. Even went so far as to say I would buy new socks and she didn't have to. I sat with her for a few minutes trying to calm her down and eventually had to get ready for work. I told her loved her and got my things together to leave for the day. On my way out I grabbed the garbage to take outside. When I got outside I lifted the lid off the garbage can and I noticed a small plastic bag sitting on top of the garbage already in there. I could see through the bag, kind of the semi-see-through ones. There were socks in the bag. Since I was sure she had somehow managed to ruin the socks washing them, I wanted to see for myself. I opened the bag and immediately regretted my choice. There, inside the bag, were several pairs of my gym socks covered in what looked like poop. As soon as the smell hit me, I knew it was poop. 1. We don't own any pets. 2. We don't have any kids. 3. Whose poop was on my socks? Work could wait. I couldn't go the rest of the day wondering why my gym socks were covered in poop and inside a plastic bag in the garbage can. I grabbed the bag and walked back inside. As soon as my girlfriend saw the bag she flipped out and started yelling at me. She said I shouldn't be going through the garbage and that I was disgusting for bringing it back into the house. I asked her to calm down and that I just wanted an answer as to why there was poop on my socks. I wasn't blaming her of anything, but she started accusing me of blaming her. That's when it clicked. I don't know what it was that led me to ask this, but everything leading up to this moment had just been so crazy. I asked her, is this your poop? She started sobbing again and ran out of the house. I didn't go after her this time. So, now I'm sitting on my bed with a bag of poopy socks on the floor and a lot of questions in my head. The only conclusion is that she used them after going to the bathroom, which that alone has its own set of questions above everything else. I sent her text asking her to come back. She hasn't responded yet. I don't even know what I'm going to say if she gets back. Update. I had to leave for work, and I'm now at work. Yes, I threw away the bag of poopy socks. She texted me back, and she's clearly embarrassed, but felt she owed me an explanation. She said she didn't want to talk about it in person, and that we could discuss it over texting, and to not bring it up in person. I'm condensing the conversation, and filling in some gaps as best as I can. Her responses are super short, but I'm getting the idea. I flat out asked her if it was a fetish. It is not a fetish. She confessed to using the socks after going to the bathroom. I found the reason she always does the laundry is because she was hiding the fact that she uses socks to wipe with, primarily her own. I had no reason to question the amount of socks she ever has, because who pays attention to that kind of thing? She thought I would notice and think it was weird, since she doesn't own many socks. She admitted she has done this for a long time. Her reasoning, as best as I can understand, is that because she is a germaphobe, her word, and she is afraid toilet paper will tear, and is afraid of getting her hands messy in any way. She uses socks because it covers her entire hand. After she's done with them, she throws them away. She used mine because she didn't have other socks. So, my girlfriend has a fear of getting poop on her hands, so she wipes with socks, and has done so for a long time. It could be worse, I guess. I hope we can laugh about this later. I'm trying to find the humor in it now, but I'm still weirded out. Somewhere in another sub, if you search by new, you'll probably find a "my boyfriend found out about my fecal sock fetish" post. To put it in green text form. BPY friend found the poop sock. B me poop on socks for fear of getting hands dirty. Boyfriend finds out. Run away leaving wallet and all my things behind. Start new life and buy new things. Still miss cat are left behind. I don't understand, she can't just buy gloves. She has to use socks. She could just wear a glove and use toilet paper normally. Her shits are so expensive. What does she do if she has to poop and she's not at the house? Does she just take a sock off and use that? Because this is likely a troll post. I mean, I once dated a girl that never flushed the toilet anywhere because the noise scared her. So, I'm taking this post as plausible. Holy fuck, that would be a deal breaker. Update. I, 28, think my girlfriend, 26, has been using my gym socks to wipe after going to the bathroom. I've had a lot of time to think about what happened yesterday. I've also read through a lot of the comments. Thank you to everyone who gave me advice on what to do. There's been a lot of development and a few requests to follow up, so here it goes. It's whatever at this point. We had been texting off and on all evening. As promised, I agreed not to bring it up in person. When I got home after work, her car was in the driveway and her sister's car was there as well. I was a little nervous not knowing what I might be walking into, but overall I just wanted to get whatever was going to happen over with. When I walked in, it was clear so did she. Her sister was helping her pack up her things. I didn't know what to say, but I never expected this. I honestly thought everything was going to be okay when I got home. Her sister just looked at me and didn't say anything. I walked by her sister and went into the bedroom where my girlfriend was. She didn't say anything either. She didn't even look at me. If she was going to leave, I at least wanted us to have a discussion about it. Everything I had read in the comments about buying a bidet and OCD lead me to believe there might be more to all of this than I had considered. I started to talk, and she just threw down the hangars of clothes and screamed at me. "You put this online? I told you to not talk about it." Her sister ran into the room and told me to just leave until they were gone. She then accused me of cheating. What? This whole thing has been crazy, and I feel like I had dealt with a lot up to this point, but man, that was it. I snapped. I told her sister I had never cheated. Not once. I would never cheat on her. Enough was enough. So I told her sister the reason she was there was because earlier I had found out my girlfriend had been going to the bathroom and wiping herself with my socks. Everything went silent. Like, no one said a word. Out of nowhere they both start crying. Her sister stared, yelling at me, and told me I shouldn't be talking about things I don't understand. When I asked her what in the world she was talking about, she just kept on yelling at me and shouted back that it was normal and that I need to mind my own business. 1. Her sister knows about it. She did not know I posted on Reddit about it. 2. Her sister thinks it's normal. 3. I need to mind my own business. They're my socks. I stood there all kinds of messed up, so I just left. I went to a buddy's house and stayed the night. I also called off work today. I went home and all her stuff is gone. I didn't text her back. I think I'm done. To clarify a few things, she insisted on doing laundry to keep my suspicion of her not having many socks at rest. She told me last night through text she always throws away the socks and never wash them. She reaffirmed it's not a fetish. She won't try a bidet because she doesn't want poop water splashing on her. I can't keep up with the comments. I'm pooped. I'm trying to find humor in this because I'm really upset. So yeah. Edit. A sentence. Her sister did not previously know I posted about it on Reddit. I'm sure they both do now. I'm more pregnant than you, but you still deserve my expecting mom spot and my ticket to the baby show. Obligatory first post and on a cell phone warning. I originally posted this on r/entitled bitch, and someone told me it might also belong here. My mother-in-law drove me everywhere when I was pregnant because I didn't drive yet. I was very pregnant during summer and, not being used to the heat as it was, I was really struggling. So one day we went to a sort of show at a center where they sold baby clothes and toys and tech and some stuff like that, new and used, for cheap. The show ran for 3 days, but the first day was only open to expecting parents who got tickets either by sponsored parent groups, OBGYNs etc. My mother-in-law knew a few of the runners from her nursing days, told them her daughter-in-law, me, was pregnant, and so got us in on day 1. There were some mom and child spots and some expectating mom spots, and they were all in the same front end of the lot. So, of course, it being 30 degrees Celsius out and being pregnant, we choose an expecting mom spot. One lady pulled up behind our car. My mother-in-law thought nothing of it and got out to pay for a ticket so we could go. This lady, who didn't even look pregnant at all, got out of the car and went up to my mother-in-law, blasting her for taking a spot that she obviously didn't need, and told her to move so she could have it. My mother-in-law looked her up and down and said, well, you don't look pregnant yourself. And this bitch goes, I'm 2 months pregnant, thank you very much. Mother-in-law just rolls her eyes and takes her ticket and comes back to the car. She pops it on the dashboard and tells me to come out. All the while this entitled bitch goes off and off at her to let her take the spot and stop being so selfish. So out I pop. Stomach so big it could literally be used as a beach ball. Top bigger than me to cover it, and ankles so wide I made Aunt Marge look small after Harry made her a balloon, and the entitled bitch just looks at me with disgust. I smile at her and close the door and slowly walk to my mother-in-law. I'm waddling as I'm a freaking blubber whale, and entitled bitch speed walks ahead of us, smirking. About 5-ish minutes later, we enter the hall, and behold the almighty entitled bitch standing in front of us having a freak out. I didn't catch the start of the conversation, but we walked in on her saying, but I'm pregnant. I should be allowed in. Front desk lady, I'm sorry ma'am, you don't have a ticket to the show for today. We are open to the public tomorrow, if you'd like to come back then. Entitled bitch, I'm here today, I want to attend today. All the other moms are allowed in. Front desk lady, I know, but they've all got tickets. I'm sorry, but you'll have to come back tomorrow or Thursday. My mother-in-law can see that I'm struggling to stand, so she goes to front desk lady, flashes our tickets, and lets us through. Entitled bitch scoffs. How come they got in? Front desk lady, they have tickets. Entitled bitch, well, take their tickets and give one to me. She's points to mother-in-law not even pregnant. Front desk lady, I'm not going to do that ma'am. Entitled bitch, why not? I deserve to be here. I'm about to be a single mom. This is absolute discrimination. I wasn't feeling great at this point. Baby whale started to hiccup and kick a lot, and it made me feel queasy. So we walked away to grab a water and snacks, but I could hear entitled bitch yelling still. Something about how unfair it is that single moms without connections always get the short straw, or whatever. Needless to say, that she wasn't let in. But baby whale got some awesome stuff, and mama whale got herself a few treats too. Baby and mama whale. Destruction 100. I'm about to be a single mother. Same energy as you're disrespecting a future US Army soldier. You're disrespecting a future entitled mother. Wow, an entitled parent story before the entitled mother was a parent. Imagine the possibilities.